Everybody, it is Sunday, December 26th. I'm Lindsey Reiser. Hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas. Many of you may be trying to get home today. Airport, a major hub for American Airlines. So, Liz, it is just a travel nightmare for people. I can't believe how many people are behind you already, including a stretcher. Hope that person's okay. That Omicron isn't that bad. Some of the data shows that the cases aren't maybe as severe as Delta, even though it is more transmissible. At least if you're vaccinated or boosted, you might stay out of the hospital. Do you agree? It sort of feels like there's an atmosphere out there that, oh, it's Omicron, it's just another variant. From what we've previously known, which is that planes have good circulation, everybody's wearing masks, is relatively safe. So what should we take away from that? Through infections, but on the other hand, haven't medical professionals like yourself been saying if unvaccinated people end up in the hospital, they might not be so lucky? New projections out of the UK show that at the current rate, 1 in 3 healthcare workers could be out sick by New Year's Eve. You're on the front lines. Are you seeing a lot of your coworkers calling in sick right now? ABC News foreign correspondent Molly Hunter has a look at the life and legacy of a social justice icon. Thanks, Molly. As we look ahead to 2022, the New Year's resolutions for many Democrats in Washington is likely getting President Biden's social spending package passed. But we're just days away from the one-year anniversary of the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. January 6, 2022 will likely bring reflection and, for some, the reliving of a traumatic experience. As we near that date, the investigating committee has been ramping up its fact-finding mission. The panel is waiting to hear to both of you. Julie, starting with the January 6th committee, what can we expect from the panel in the coming days and coming weeks of the new year? For the filibuster, but he would still need Manchin and Sinema on board, and neither of them want to do that. He says he's going to keep working with him. Turkin and Monica Alba, thanks so much. For more on all of this morning, and thanks for being with us on this weekend. So if your colleague Jim Jordan does not voluntarily appear for questioning before the January 6th committee, should they subpoena him? How significant would it be for Congress to start subpoenaing their own colleagues? Need them now? Been ahead on testing. Who dropped the ball? The committee to finish their work in investigating January 6th. And do you think it'll end with a criminal referral for former President Trump? Yesterday, I asked Kentucky Congressman John Yarmuth about what it's going to take to get Build Back Better to the president's desk. Let's listen to what he said. Coming up, a giant leap for mankind. NASA launched right now about 150,000 miles from Earth. Out there in space is NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. It launched yesterday. You watched it right here on MSNBC, beginning a dazzling journey to the earliest moments of the universe. Lucky to be joined now by senior project scientist for the James Webb Space Telescope and Nobel Prize recipient John Mather. John, good morning. Thanks for being with us. It was a success. I mean, we've got the incredible video from inside Mission Control. We know that the rocket launched from French Guiana. A lot of people were either in Baltimore in the control room or watching virtually. I believe you were watching. But if not, June 26, 2022, mark it on your calendar. We'd love to talk to you. John Mather, thank you so much. Now to some of the other top stories we're following this morning. Thousands of Russian troops are heading back to their... It is a long road to recovery for movies on the big screen. The theater industry took a major hit due to the pandemic, but now hopes to bounce back. And this holiday season may just be the ticket. NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson explains. All right, our thanks to Steve then for that report. Still to come in Texas, a public library forced to shut down. We're going to go deep into this. We've covered on this show, the U.S. saw a spike in book banning this year. Most of the stories usually involve banning certain books, many that center on Black or LGBTQ stories, from schools and school libraries. Now some are taking that fight to a new level. Local public parents, librarians, and authors are against book challenges, calling it censorship, and some of them are fighting back. To talk about all this, we're glad to welcome Freedom. Thank you for being on the program. And when we talk about, for example, this local library shutting its doors for a review, what went through your mind? Look up your organization, the American Library Association, to try and get involved. Deborah Caldwell-Stone, thank you so much for your time and your frankness. We appreciate it. Well, we're not even talking about required. Thank you for watching MSNBC Reports. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Velshi is next.